Hey guys, Dano91 here. Welcome back to episode 34 of my modded survival let's play. Last episode, I almost forgot to show you actually. Last episode we built a pretty decent contraption and I've finally got it working. I'll go through how I did that in a minute. But as you can see, it's all working. For some reason, these blocks haven't picked up now. I don't know why, because it was actually working properly, and I think that might be the cause of the lag. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why that happened. It has been working fine. I don't know. But pretty much what it was is... That's what I want to move. Pretty much it was the wireless transmitter and receiver. For some reason they're buggy as hell. I can imagine why, because well, redstone isn't really supposed to emit wirelessly, but pretty much all I did is just run cables up these walls and into the block breakers, and they seem to work perfectly fine. I haven't had any problems with it really since, and we've got actually decent amount of living wood and living rock, so that's good. But yeah, pretty much all I did is I used the same design, and you might know that these are all put back on 10 ticks. Once I changed it to redstone, oh, that's why. Hold on a minute. Once I changed it back to redstone wires, the ticks didn't really matter. It seemed to work perfectly fine. So, you know, I don't know if there was a specific reason for that or what, but there we go. Now, I am getting rather low frames, and I'm not sure why. I shouldn't be, but whatever. I think it's because of that. Yeah, my frame seems to have fixed themselves. Let me just break this, because yeah, I'm really not sure why this has happened, but these have decided to go ahead and not be here anymore. They were there when I left it, but whatever. So as you can see, that's probably why those two weren't working. But as you can see, everything is all hooked up, and it actually works pretty damn nicely, and it's quite fast as well. As you can see, we're using 16 channels on that. That's why I wanted it to be a brand new network. Other than that, I made a couple of co-processing units, because basically one co-processing unit will let it use 2 operations instead of 1, because obviously I've got these recipes in all 8 of these. So basically, without a co-processing unit, that would only be able to send it to one of those 8 recipes. But with 8 co-processing units, it can send it to all 8. At least I think, because I have noticed that I tested it and I ordered 8, and only 7 of these were actually working. There you go. Only 7 of these were working, and one of them had 2 in. So I don't know if it can actually manage all 8 or what, but it didn't seem to work, and I've tried it a couple of times. But it's all good. I've also got my quarry back up and running, and I've got it going into my system. As you can see, some ore in here. Now, the reason I've got my quarry back up and running in the overworld is because if we go over here, we have 88 yellorium. Now, I did go mining. I picked up about 40 of those mining, like 24 ore, I think. Also, I made this cyanide reprocessor, because at the end of last episode we were running really low on yellorium, so I had to use plutonium, which is fine because we've actually got quite a lot of plutonium. But yeah, it's all good. So I've done all that. I've set all my quarry and everything up. My quarry's over there next to the other one. And today there's something a little bit different that I want to go ahead and do, and it involves Britannia. Now it's going to need a Runic altar, which needs living rock and either a mana diamond or a mana pearl, which is quite easy to obtain. Let me just... Pretty much all you need is either an ender pearl or a diamond. I'm going to go with ender pearl because obviously we don't really have too many diamonds. Also, you might notice that I've got some Enderium blending ingots. I was actually going to put the resonant flux capacitor on this pickaxe, but I realised that you can't. Because if you go into the materials and U book, come on, pick it up. Now this is just a be careful kind of thing, because I almost did it. Luckily I double checked. But if you look here, there's only 2 recipes for this, and it says add in a hardened flux capacitor or leadstone energy cell. So those are the only 2 things that you can use. I presume it's for balance reasons that they did that, but yeah, so just bear that in mind when if you want to do that. Also, I made a Manuelian pickaxe. I've got flux on there, which is obviously the power. I've got 1 set of lapis, and I've got 2 modifiers of redstone. Pretty much all I did was added 1 diamond and a block of gold together, and it gives you an extra modifier. You can also use a golden notch apple and a block of diamond to add another one, I think, and there's a couple of other ways. But anyway, so what I need to do, drop that in there, get a mana pearl, lovely dovely. Don't even think that's a word, but I'm going with it. So as you can see, we have a lot of living wood and rock now, so we really don't have to worry for quite a while. So that whole setup's kind of invalid at the minute, but I'm sure we will need it eventually. So pretty much the Runic altar, you just plonk it down, and it does need mana. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a mana spreader, because I made an extra one, and we're going to go ahead and plonk this down right next to that. Now I believe it's got to be right next to it. So as you can see, that is full mana already because it's hooked up to the mana pool, and as you notice, we still don't really have that much mana in there, but what can you do? So what I want to go ahead and make is I believe, there we go, the Trojan, that thing, I ain't even going to try and say it. So for that we need a rune of earth and a rune of air. For the rune of air we need 3 mana steel ingots, some sort of carpet, a feather, a string, and as you can see, it apparently uses quite a bit of mana. And then we need the rune of earth, which is 3 mana steels, a mushroom, block of coal, and stone. So let's go ahead and get those real quick, because this sash is actually absolutely beautiful. So for mana steel, I believe you use iron, and we're going to need to make some carpet. How do we make carpet? There we go. We're going to need one of those. We're going to need a feather, and we're going to need a piece of string, and the other one was a block of coal. I will double check this in a minute. A block of coal and a piece of stone. Is there anything I'm missing? A mushroom on that one. What about... Yep, so it's just the mushroom, which luckily we have 1. I didn't even think to look for that, to be honest. So pretty much all you need to do is, well, first of all, we're going to need to get our mana steel ingots. Boom, boom, boom. 5, 6. And hopefully we've got enough mana to do this. So there's 2 ways you can put items on here. You can either right click like that, or you can just drop it onto the altar. So I'm going to do the drop-in because it's just easier. So now I believe we need to... Oh God. I don't know what I've done. Oh God, I think I'm just going to pick this back up and put it down. Right, let's try that again, shall we? There we go. As you can see, the mana is now going in, and it should be draining from our mana pool, but it doesn't seem like it is. And as you can see, we've got a little icon ticking up to show that our mana is going up. And I believe once this is all done, we need to go ahead and chuck some living rock down. So we can just go ahead and grab that real quick. So we're going to need 2 because we've got 2 recipes. Actually, I think we... I don't know. How do we actually make the... Okay, so that's just in a crafting table, so that's fine. But we are going to need another iron and turn that into a mana steel. And I believe that's full of mana. Yeah, that is such a cool little animation. So I believe all we need to do is simply chuck that on there. Or not. Uh-oh. How do we do it? What? It says in the book that once it's done, no. Proceed by linking a mana spreader to the altar and right click it with the wand of forest. It should be apparent when the altar has received enough mana. When it happens, just drop a piece of living rock on top of it. Ah, okay, so you need to drop the living rock on top and then use the mana. Okay. So that was my own fault. I didn't kind of realise that. So that should now be... That is everything, isn't it? Oh God, no. There we go. I put the iron on by accident. There we go. So as you can see, that one's going up, and luckily it's not actually used too much mana. So we just need to wait for this one to go ahead and finish up, and we should be all good. Now this this sash that I'm trying to make is actually really, really nice. If it's the one I believe it is, you will be a lot faster. Unless it's not the one I'm thinking of and I've got it completely wrong, in which case I don't know what it does. Yeah. Increase movement speed, jump height and resistance to fall damage of the wearer. Lastly, if not sneaking, it also allows the wearer to walk over 1 block high gaps. So yeah, I believe you can walk up 1 high thing, so you don't have to jump up stuff anymore, which is quite nice. Where's the living rock? God damn it. And boop. There we go. So now that's all done, we just need to go ahead and make it. Bloody zombie. This bow is actually really nice. So, okay. Can we just do that? We can. We need air at the bottom, earth at the top, and the mana steel in the bottom. Boom. So I believe this goes into that slot. There we go. And as you can see, I'm I'm walking. I'm not running. This is running. Woo, so fast. And I'm not jumping, and I can go up one high things. So this is a lot nicer. Also, if you're flying, as you can see, it also increases your fly speed. So this sash is absolutely beautiful. I've wanted to make it for quite a while, just because it is so helpful. And it looks like all our ender pearls are actually done. So I'm going to pick up all these, because why not? Woohoo! Ooh, did we get an extra seed there? I think we might have. We did, we got an extra seed. Now that is actually really nice, because these ender lily seeds are quite rare to get an extra one. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. I mean, we do have 4, but still, it's quite nice. So yeah, we've made a nice new sash. Now there are other things that you can make, all of this stuff. Now one thing that I do want to make, I believe it's this one, similar to the tablet used to make it, but computer one is, but no, it's not that. Is it that one? Instead of storing mana, it slowly, while equipped, creates it and stores it into mana containing items. So this is another one that I want. Now, how do we make it? 4 mana steel and a rune of mana. Ooh. 5 mana steel ingots and a mana pearl. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a mana. No. An ender pearl, and then that needs to go into. I need 4 more mana steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we've got enough mana for this, because this is something that's really cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. Now, how much mana do we have? We are running quite low, but we have done quite a lot with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That should start that. Now I'm really hoping that we do have enough mana for this. Hopefully. I'm going to need some more living rock, aren't I? Living rock. So yeah, these, I do absolutely love all the different stuff that you can do with this. I mean, there's quite a few different items that you can get. Like this tiny planet, I believe this is a magnet. Oh no, will pull any nearby mana bursts towards the wearer, having them orbit around him or her. By increasing its mass with some stone, it can also be placed in the world for the same effect. Huh. I'm not sure how you could use that. That's quite cool. But anyway, I believe this is done. So let me go ahead and chuck that down. And boop. There we go. Now let's go and make our other thing. So we need one of those. That only gives you 1. That's expensive. But Band of Aura. Now I believe we can equip that in our other ring slot. Now if I go ahead and bring my mana tablet out, that should slowly fill my mana tablet up. I don't know how quick it'll do it. Using some Terra Steel allows for an upgrade which lets you generate mana at a significantly faster rate. How do we get Terra Steel? Oh, that's not actually too bad. I need 2 Terra Steel for that. I don't think we'll do that now, but we might do it next episode. Because I believe you can use iron? Yeah. Actually gold, because we've got so much gold. So gold, the beacon, then we need 2 diamonds, 2 of those, 2 of those. But before I do any of that, I do kind of need to get more mana back in my mana pool. Also, does that use mana? A mana pool must be present nearby, being at least half full. So we are definitely going to need to wait to get some more mana. Also, I've got this other mana pool now, which I will probably eventually fill up. But, yeah. So that's going to, unfortunately, be it for this episode. But we got a couple of new things. We've got a new sash and a new band, which will, as you can see, if you look at my mana tablet, the number on the side is now 999. Now it's 998. As you can see, it's slowly going down, which means it's slowly filling up. Which is actually quite cool, because what you can then do is just chuck your mana tablet on top of there. It will drain in, and as you can see, that's back up to 1000. And yeah. So this is just another way of generating mana, and I do kind of want to get the Terror still, because I think it's going to be quite useful. Plus, some items that you get, I believe, you do use your mana tablet. So it'd be nice to have a mana tablet that you constantly fill up. So yeah. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. So I want to say thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.